This is Raging Bull, as we all know and love here at Six Flags Great America. Many people look past this $25 million B&M Hyper, as there are many others in its category, but it has its unique qualities, just like every other coaster. You might be wondering why it's called Raging Bull. Many people think it's because of the NBA team, the Chicago Bulls, but I'm sorry to say that's not what it's named after. When this giant orange and maroon bull opened on May 1st, 1999, the park set its theme to a ferocious beast that terrorized residents of the Southwest Territory, until everyone was forced to flee the town, leaving it abandoned. Now you're tasked with taming this raging bull that's out of control in the town and allow the residents that once resided to return. Wouldn't it just be so cool if we got a mechanical bull sitting at the queue line or somewhere around the ride? The whole backstory of this ride sounds pretty interesting. I just wish there was more theming to it. The area around the ride that it's located in, Southwest Territory, I find it to be pretty well themed. It looks just like a wild western town, and I honestly love it. Probably one of my favorite parts of the entire park, to be honest. Alright, so let's get into the layout. You start by exiting the station by going down a small drop, banking to the left, before entering the 202-foot tall chain lift. Once reaching the top of the lift hill, you roll down the pre-drop before plummeting down a 65-degree angled drop and into a tunnel reaching top speeds of 73 miles per hour. Fun fact, Raging Bull is the last one of the two B&M Hypers to feature a pre-drop, and the other being Apollo's Chariot at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. I personally have not rode Apollo's Chariot at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, but I would love to. Also, let me tell you, if you haven't gotten a chance to ride Raging Bull in the back row, this first drop is amazing. You get a ton of airtime, and I highly recommend it. I almost never ride it anywhere else but the back row. The reason being is because going down that pre-drop, you gain a little bit of extra speed before going down the main drop. And let me tell you, once that first car starts going down the first drop, you get yanked in the back row, just going straight down. It is very fun. So after emerging from the tunnel, you rise up into a 155-foot tall horseshoe and fall back down before rising back up again on the tallest hill of the ride, being 155 feet. And on this hill, you do get some air. You get a pretty good amount of airtime in the back row as well. So after completing that hill, you go into another hill, a smaller one that is 128 feet, before falling down and back up again into a smaller horseshoe, and then into a mid-course brake run. And right before things start calming down too much, you plummet down for a picture, which makes for some great shots sometimes, especially if it's your first time and you are not aware of that happening. I remember getting my friend when I first rode this ride, and I told him that it was over, and he actually believed me, and caused a little bit of a shock for him. That was pretty fun. But once you go down for the picture, you actually do get some airtime on that too, by the way, in the back row. I'm not sure about the front row. You then bounce back up into the final hill of the ride. It's a smaller hill, the smallest hill of the ride. And I find that you don't really get any airtime on that hill, unfortunately. But then you then go into a few helixes, and the ride ends. You go into the final brake run. The track length is approximately 5,057 feet long in total. Raging Bull is among the top 3 rides for visitors of Great America, and my personal second favorite, behind Goliath. And I gotta say, it used to be my first, but then Goliath came out, and I haven't looked back since. I just really love how fast-paced Goliath is, and you just fly through the inversions, and it's just a lot of fun. Great America has some fantastic operations on Raging Bull. The line is always moving very quickly, and they have the option to run 3 trains. Each train has seats 4 people per row, and can hold up to 36 riders per train. And the height requirement of the ride is 54 inches. The 3 different trains have a color difference. There is a red train, a like turquoise blue train, and then a yellow train. That pretty much just changes the restraints and the sides of the trains. Everything else is the same across all 3 trains, such as the bull logo on the front car, and the seats are purple and orange and black. I wish I could say this ride has never had any accidents, but on May 3rd, 2003, an 11-year-old girl died while choking on some gum while on the ride. The girl's name was Erica Emmons. She reportedly got off the ride and collapsed before later passing away. Despite it happening a little over 20 years ago now, my heart goes out to the family. It is so tragic to lose somebody so young. On a more positive note, this coaster is a solid ride, and I highly recommend giving it a second look if you have already ridden it before. And if you haven't rode it in the back, I definitely recommend it. Give it a try. Back ride changes everything, I promise you. With that being said, thank you for watching and or listening to this video. I'll be doing more videos just like this one for a different coaster, and many more to come. If this is the kind of thing you're interested in, like me, then be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe.